Question 1. Who invented time? The measurement of time began with the invention of sundials in ancient Egypt sometime prior to 1500 BC. However, the time the Egyptians measured was not the same as the time today's clocks measure. For the Egyptians, and indeed for a further 3 millennia, the basic unit of time was the period of daylight. Question 2. Who is called Father of Science? Galileo Galilei biography of the Father of Science is a biography of Galileo 15th February 1560, 4 to 8th January 1642, an Italian astronomer, physicist, mathematician, and philosopher whose contributions had a significant role in the scientific revolution. Question 3. Who is science mother? Answer: geography is called the mother of science. Question 4. Who is the king of science? Answer: physics is the king of science, while mathematics is the queen of science. Question 5. Who is the mother of biology? The oldest record of a woman that succeeded working on a scientific endeavor was Maria Sibylla Marian, who lived from 1647 to 1717 in Germany. Perhaps the most interesting aspect of Marian's life was that she was not considered a scientist at all, but an artist. Question 6. Who named science? William Whewell. Although we do know that it was philosopher William Whewell who first coined the term scientist. Prior to that, scientists were called natural philosophers. Question 7. Who is the king of mathematics? King of mathematics is Leonhard Euler. He is considered to be the preeminent mathematician of the 18th century, and one of the greatest mathematicians to have ever lived. Question 8. Who is the mother of math? One saying is that astronomy and astrology were the mother of mathematics. In other words, some of the most advanced mathematics in the ancient world was done for this purpose. The Egyptian pyramids, Stonehenge, and other ancient works are shown to have astronomical and mathematical origins. Question 9. Who is the first scientist on Earth? Ibn al-Haytham was the first scientist on the Earth. In fact, many experts recognize Ibn al-Haytham, who lived in present-day Iraq between 965 and 1039 AD, as the first scientist. He invented the pinhole camera, discovered the laws of refraction, and studied a number of natural phenomena, such as rainbows and eclipses. Question 10. Who was first scientist of India? Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman was the first scientist of India. C.V. Raman. Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930 for his pioneering work on scattering of light. Born in Tiruchirappalli on November 7, 1888, he was the first Asian and first non-white to receive any Nobel Prize in the sciences. Question 11. Who invented the zero? Zero was invented independently by the Babylonians, Mayans, and Indians, although some researchers say the Indian number system was influenced by the Babylonians. The Babylonians got their number system from the Sumerians, the first people in the world to develop a counting system. Question 12. Who is the first female scientist? When it comes to the topic of women in science, Marie Curie usually dominates the conversation. After all, she discovered 2 elements, was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in 1903, and was the first person to win a second Nobel in 1911. But Curie was not the first female scientist. Question 13. Who is the youngest scientist? Taylor Ramon Wilson, born May 7, 1994, is an American nuclear physics enthusiast and science advocate. In 2008, at the age of 14, he produced nuclear fusion using a fusor and at the time was the youngest person ever to do so. Question 14. Who invented time? The measurement of time began with the invention of sundials in ancient Egypt sometime prior to 1500 BC. However, the time the Egyptians measured was not the same as the time today's clocks measure. For the Egyptians, and indeed for a further 3 millennia, the basic unit of time was the period of daylight. Question 15. Who invented train? Richard Trevithick invented train in 1804. First steam locomotive railway, known as Pen-y-Darran or Pen-y-Darran locomotive, was built by Richard Trevithick, used to haul iron from Merthyr Tydfil to Aberystwyth, Wales. The first train carried a load of 10 tons of iron. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. Let's share and comments.